Hello there and welcome back to Seoul. Man, the last couple days I've just been chilling out at the hotel, resting. The first night I slept like 12 hours. I was so exhausted from the bike ride, but have one good full day here left in Seoul, and so I gotta get out. I gotta see some things. This is definitely high on the list. I had to start here. This is the king who invented the Korean alphabet. Incredible. And so the Korean that you see here in South Korea and North Korea was invented by this guy, a king in like the 14th, 15th century. So it's a pretty big achievement. Here in Korea, just like in Japan too, like they would use the Chinese characters to communicate and to write. And so it was a little bit too hard for just everyday Koreans. And so to make everyone literate and to, you know, improve the literacy rate in Korea, he came up with an extremely easy way to read the Korean language. And so I heard he didn't do it by himself. He obviously had like scholars and other people helping him out. But that book that he's holding right there is the Korean Alphabet Dictionary, which apparently it's pretty simple to learn. Every video that I've watched, I mean, Korean's probably one of the most easy languages to learn to read, but it's like the third most difficult language in the world to learn. So even though you can read it, doesn't mean you can necessarily understand it and speak it and know the language in a deep way. So
대고, 상, 타.
And the Koreans are so proud of their language that they have a national holiday actually, like dedicated to their language. And so that's pretty cool. Today, we're gonna get out and explore a little bit of Seoul. We're gonna go check out the Korean War Memorial. Definitely wanna do that. And I don't know, I kind of feel like taking a short trip to the DMZ area, see if we can't get a peek into North Korea. It's only like 40 kilometers away. I don't have anything on the bike. All the bags, everything's off, and so it feels super light, and I feel like super zippy, like riding around. It's so light. It feels so good. And so I think I might, depending on how I feel after the Korean War Memorial, go take a ride up to the DMZ area. There's some stuff up there that looks pretty interesting, and so we'll see where the day takes us.
관람객 여러분의 연남업계 성원과 많은 관심 부탁드립니다.
I don't know.
Presented by Korea Heritage Service and organized by Korea Heritage Agency. This reenactment event takes place 4 times every day, except for Tuesday.
Definitely some place you gotta check out when you're in Seoul. But if you get here at 10 o'clock, you get to see the changing of the guards ceremony. And you can take your pictures with the guards if you want, but I'm gonna get on my way. You see a lot of the people wearing the traditional clothing and whatnot, and so I was reading online, it does cost money to go actually into the some parts of the palace, but if you're wearing the traditional clothing, then it's free. So something to keep in mind if you're interested in that. Well, let's get on our way. So we got a group of foldies right here on a tour, and I got my bike. And then right in the middle of the business district, not too far from the statue of Sejong, the guy who did the Korean alphabet, you have this epic looking legend right here. That guy looks pretty badass. So this is the Navy Admiral that kind of whooped up on the Japanese in the late 1500s. You read about his battles, and each and every time he was outnumbered, sometimes by hundreds of ships, and he came out victorious each and every time. Even as early as the 1590s, the Japanese were over here trying to spread their influence. And so anyway, quick little stop here. I'm sure you can find some really good videos and information online. a lot better than me. So anyways, let's keep going. Just walking to the entrance to the Korean War Memorial, and to get there you have to walk through this little corridor right here, and on each side you have these huge plaques with all the names of the people who lost their lives during the war. I mean, this is just from the United States right here. They separated up by different state. Yeah, all this over here is just the United States too. Something like 4 million casualties died during the Korean War. It's unbelievable. When we get to the UK, Turkey, Canada, Colombia, Australia, France, Thailand, Greece, the Netherlands, Philippines, Belgium. Man, I gotta stop doing these things on Monday. It's closed on Monday. The problem with not having a regular 9-to-5 job is that you kind of lose track of days and you forget, oh yeah, today is Monday. A lot of things aren't gonna be open. That sucks. It's kind of hard to film and talk about things like that in a museum anyways. I just wanted to go in there and like get some shots of things and then come out here and talk about it. So that's what we'll do. And down this corridor right here, down this hallway, you have, looks like all the Koreans who lost their lives. There's name after name after name. Life after life after life. It's, I mean, it kind of makes me think and wonder like what would Korea look like today if the Soviet Union didn't exist, and or not it didn't exist, but what if the pressure to influence Korea into a communist state wasn't there, and also if the influence from America to turn Korea into a liberal democratic country. Well, like what would Korea look like today if they were given the choice, they were given the chance to create their own government without outside influences? Such a grand and big place, isn't it? Like it makes it, just the size of it, you just feel like, oh wow, this is extremely important, like what they're doing here. Like a very monumental place. Big statues, you know, big open square right here. I guess it's more of a circle, but you know, it's like I said, it's sad what Korea had to go through. You know, when Japan surrendered, they were ordered to return all of its territories and lands back to the nations that they controlled, or back to the governments that controlled them, you know, before Japan invaded. You know, for example, Indonesia was supposed to be turned back over to the Allied forces and to the Dutch. That didn't work out so well. Indonesia, 2 days after Japan surrendered, they declared independence, and they had to fight for 4 years for their sovereignty and for their independence in Indonesia. You know, it's kind of crazy, like learning about, you know, traveling to Indonesia, Malaysia, and Taiwan, and you learn about all these important characters and people like Chiang Kai-shek. You know, during 1919 and during this time, he was still in China, and he still had power there. And so he basically let the Korean government set up an exiled government in China, if that makes sense. And so you had the Republic of Korea government in China at the time, and kind of like how in India you have the Tibetan government exiled in India, even though, you know, China, they basically control Tibet nowadays. They still have an exiled government run by the Dalai Lama in India. It was a kind of a similar situation here in Korea. You had an exiled government in China, and Well, when Japan surrendered, they didn't exactly just hand the keys over to the Republic of Korea that was exiled in China. And so, big part of that, obviously, Soviet Union and America fighting over who has influence here in Korea. And so, alrighty, so I'm back on the bike course, but we're on the other side of the river. When I arrived in Seoul and I had to finish my my ride, I was on the other side, but we're on this side today, and we're gonna go down a little bit of ways and find a place to eat. But I want to show you this. It's a water fountain, and so it's weird. I've gotten, I guess, mixed answers here in Korea on whether or not it's okay to drink the water. This one says it's delicious water in Seoul. And so I did the translation. It says it's okay to drink. But I've stayed at campsites where they had washing stations and whatnot. And I asked, I was like, is that okay to drink? And they're like, no, you don't drink that water. But then I've asked, for example, the guy Min that I stayed with in Daegu, he was like, yeah, the water in Korea out of the faucet is safe to drink, but people just don't drink it. And so, I'm just kind of like, I don't mind drinking faucet water. That's all I got. But some people are like, no, you don't want to drink that water. Very nice. You like it? I like it, man. You got skills. Oh, yeah. You got talent. How are you doing? I'm trying to find us some food. All right. Yeah. Keep trying. There you go. So I've just come to a new area in Seoul, and it's pretty hip. A lot of fun looking cafes and shops and whatnot.
Pork with this sauce and
Okay.
kimchi is here, and
Okay.
you can share it.
Okay, so I can put this in here?
No.
No.
Pork, just pork
Just
with
the pork.
this sauce.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. So, I had to come check this place out because it was recommended that I come eat here. And I think it's a really popular place. There's only 10 seats in this entire place, and I had to wait like at least 45 minutes to come in. And so, it looks kind of fancy. And it's a rice pork dish. The dumplings, do I dip them in anything? Just eat it. Cool. Okay. Thank you. Very light, very smooth.
안녕하세요. 영수증 필요하실까요? 아니요.
If you do come down here, you should stop right here in front of this Hand&Sand coffee shop. So I've been waiting there for a while. The owner is super sweet and nice. Wow. Making some fresh sandwiches.
Yeah.
Nice. This is a tuna?
No, it's chicken.
Chicken salad.
Yeah.
Chicken salad, okay.
Chicken cranberry salad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I bet this is better than the soup.
Not really?
I bet so. I think. Actually, I'm still hungry. Can I try one?
Oh, yeah.
I'll try a chicken salad sandwich.
Okay.
That looks delicious. That's what I'm talking about. I love me a sandwich.
Is it good?
Way better than the soup. So much better than that soup. So much flavor. Good chicken salad, got the cranberries, honey mustard. That's what I'm talking about. She makes a good chicken salad right here. So, forget the soup, come get a sandwich.
Ah, really?
Yes, forget the soup, come get a sandwich.
Thank
Good luck.
you. Good luck.
That looks like the real deal right there. Wow, okay. So what we're doing now, we're back on the bike course. I found a place that I could take my bike and clean it because I haven't really done much maintenance or cleaning on my bike, not near as much as I should. And so I found a place where I can go and I can spray it down, I can use some chemicals, and hopefully, you know, just get it right again, because the gears are not switching and not changing the way they should right now. And so I need to go do that, which is nice. I get to see the bike course on this side of the road, which way it's closed. I don't think I'll make it up to the North Korean border area where I could see it. I mean, it's not too much further, but I don't know, we'll see. I know it'll be underwhelming, like it'll just be like mountains and whatnot, but I would love to say that I've seen North Korea for some reason. I don't know. I find that place kind of fascinating. So far I've noticed that Korea is actually a really bike-friendly place, but you don't see a lot of stations like this, a lot of bike washing stations. And so I was able to find one kind of on the outskirts of town. I had to ride like a good 7-8 miles, maybe 15K to get here, but it's the only one I could find. And so they have a little bike washing station, they have degreaser and stuff like that I can use. But yeah, man, just look at this. My bike is getting really dirty, and so it's time for a good wash. It's pretty incredible. This is the first workout area I've seen that actually has weights too. Most of them are all like simple body weight exercises where you're kind of lifting yourself up with the machine and whatnot, but this one over here has weights that you can use. A bench press, dumbbells. They have shoulder press and leg press over there with like different weights that you can adjust and everything. All for free. In the middle of the park, underneath the bridge, looking over Seoul. It's pretty freaking awesome, I would say.